Hi, and welcome to Endless Garden Dreams. Well, today's that day. We have procrastinated for 17 days, and if you live in Zone 7, it's time to get the spring garden started, even though there's snow on the ground and it's cold outside. So let's go. For all of my seeds this year, I will be using a soilless mix. This year, I am using Pro Mix. Typically, I would also add a few worm castings, but that was not in the 2026 budget. I find that soilless mixes are less compact, making it easier for those seeds when they germinate to push roots through the mixture. And I have less of a chance of getting any pesky insects like gnats that may be lurking in garden soil or compost. First on deck is onions and leeks. I will just be showing onions because I don't eat leeks, but they're within the same family, so they're started at the same time. Now is a perfect time to start your onions. Last year was the first time I successfully grew onions from seed, and I learned quite a bit. Onions can take a long time to germinate. Last year, I was just about to give up and consider it a loss when I finally saw growth. To start onions, I spread out my soil in a flat, sprinkle seeds on the soil, lightly cover with additional potting mix, and water well. Keep them in a warm environment with a humidity dome or in a plastic bag, and be patient. As soon as the leaves emerge, uncover and give plenty of light. This year, my onions took only 3 days to germinate. It's because the conditions were perfect. Number 2 are sweet potato slips. Sweet potatoes are grown from slips, which are the vines that grow from the plant over time. You can grow slips in 2 ways. You can either place the potato partially buried on its side in soil, or put toothpicks or skewers around the potato, place it in a glass of water with the pointy side down. Sometimes you can see little roots already on the potato, and place it near a window or in a sunny area. Give it time. You want to ensure that the bottom portion of the potato is always in contact with water. In time, you'll start to see the roots develop. And you still got to be patient, but eventually you will see that at the top of the potato, vines will develop. These vines are what is planted in the ground. Number 3 is ginger and turmeric. Ginger and turmeric are very easy plants to grow. Ginger and turmeric can be grown in pots or raised beds. So give them a space where you don't mind them hanging out, because it will take all season for them to grow enough and get to a good size. My plan is to give them a head start by starting them indoors and carefully transplanting them out into the raised beds once the soil is warm enough, versus directly sowing them in the bed at that time. Hopefully, giving them a longer grower season will give me a larger harvest. Ginger and turmeric are both planted the same way. Start with ginger or turmeric that have little knobs on it. You just want to place them in a flat and snuggle it in there really good. Cover very lightly with soil. Ginger in particular likes to grow just under the soil, not deep. Then water well. Note here, do not over water. You want the soil moist, but not soggy. They do not like wet feet. I found that out the hard way. On to number 4. Number 4 are hot peppers. Hot peppers can take a long time to grow, about 120 days. So let's get these babies started today. Soil goes into your pots or your trays, and I put 3 or 4 seeds per pot. Lightly cover with soil and water well. Next up, celery. Number 5 is celery. If you live in the Northeast, the best variety to grow in this area is Utah. These seeds are small, so we're going to treat these just like onions and most herbs. Here's our soil. Sprinkle the seeds on the soil and lightly cover. Water in well, then off to the heat mat they go. Now we wait. Germination can take a while. Number 6, herbs. Now is the time to start your woody herbs. Some of the herbs that are great to start in January are thyme, lavender, sage, echinacea, stevia, rosemary, oregano, lemon balm, and chamomile. You want to plant your herbs just like you plant your celery. Up next are brassicas. If you are unfamiliar with the term, brassicas are a plant family that includes things like cabbage, broccoli, collards, mustard greens, and kale. In this region, the white cabbage moth worms will decimate your brassicas overnight. Many people around here don't even bother with growing them as a spring crop. They only grow them as a fall crop. Apparently, I like a challenge, but here's my tip. If you live on the East Coast, Zone 7, Delaware Valley, my philosophy, the day you plant your brassicas outside, you want to cover your brassicas and keep them covered under insect netting until harvest. 8 and 9 are spinach and chard. Spinach and chard can be started now, not because it takes a long time to germinate, but because you can get them out early in the spring and get a great harvest. With spinach, you'll be able to get your harvest before the warm temperatures set in, because spinach, depending on your variety, can bolt. Spinach and chard, I do believe, taste better when they're grown in cooler temperatures. So they're great ones to get started now. And last but not least, number 10, we have lettuce. Now, not everyone may agree with this one because lettuce doesn't take a long time to germinate or grow. But I'm starting lettuce because I want a continuous harvest of lettuce for the longest amount of time possible. I can hopefully get a plant grown to a good size, maybe even to a harvestable size in the house now. And if I can, then why not? Now, this video is not sponsored. We are a new channel, but if you are new to gardening, or maybe you have moved and you're in a new zone and you don't know what to plant and when to plant it, I found a good link recently, and I'm going to put it in the description below. It is a fantastic one-stop shop for all of that information. Only thing you need to input, I believe, is your zip code. Great, great resource. So drop a comment below and let us know what you plan to grow in your garden this spring. Until next time, happy gardening.